This is a brief video on consumerism, specifically the notion that it is consumer spending that drives an economy. It's commonly said that three-fourths of GDP consists of spending. That's not really true. It does in the way they count it, but the way they count it is a way where everything's not counted. The production component of GDP is only the tip of the iceberg. Most of it is not counted because it's supposedly embedded in other pieces. Never mind the details of the economics. I want to discuss just the logic. So, a high GDP, a big economy, means it can produce a lot. GDP counts production. So it is not spending that creates the production. Every economy has money. Every economy has people who want to spend, who want to consume more. They can only consume so much because there are so many goods available. They only get paid so much based on how much they're capable of producing. Advanced economies can produce a lot more per person than poor economies. That's a reflection of the fact that advanced economies are freer and therefore enable people to produce more. They can use their tools, machines, labor the way they want. You get more output and you can produce a lot more capital, which is saved production. We have a lot of capital in our economy, and that enables us to be able to invest in a lot new machines, tools, technologies, materials, and create a lot of machines that help produce other machines that produce other machines that produce our final goods and services. It's all of those machines, that automation, that technology that enables us to, say, pump out shoes by the thousands on a factory floor each year compared to making them by hand in Cambodia, that enables us to have high production and high incomes and therefore spend a lot. It's the capital that pays for and enables those tools and machines to be built. So, as a rule, the more capital per capita in a country, the more that can be produced. Wealthy countries are wealthy because they have a lot of capital. They have accumulated capital, they use it, they use the saved capital, the savings for other people to borrow, and those are invested in being able to produce more. So just having a demand for goods and services doesn't mean you'll get it. You have to be able to produce them. If an economy that produces a lot of goods and services produces more goods and services and it has higher incomes because people are paid more for the amount of production they can have, and their paycheck buys more because as you increase production you have a greater supply of things relative to the amount of money in the economy. So the more you produce, the more a particular dollar or peso will buy. So the ability to consume and having a lot to consume, i.e., a lot of production, a high GDP, is based on being able to produce a lot. So the causality is backwards. It's not consumer spending or the demand for things that creates the goods. It's capital that creates the goods, and that therefore enables a lot of spending and gives people higher incomes. So that is the real story of how an economy grows and shows you that it is not spending that drives an economy. Otherwise, with the demand that everyone has in all the countries around the world, with that demand, and they would want to consume as much as we do, well, that they would have consumerism, and that would have created a lot of goods. Just wanting to have stuff doesn't create goods. Capital does. So capital is the key, not spending.